Good day. Welcome to the Waxing and Waning podcast. My name is Wayne, and I am a South African American currently living in Durban and en route back to Asia in July. This is podcast number 4. In this podcast, we'll talk about studying in Texas. Specifically, we'll focus on how to reduce costs and make money as an international student in America. Before we jump in, I want to tell you a little about my background and connection to Texas. I had diverse experiences in Texas as an international student from 1999 to 2007. I'm now a naturalized American and Texan. My wife Misty was born and raised in Texas. I was one of those that they say got to Texas as quick as possible. Misty and I went to 2 different universities in Texas. I went to a great university in Dallas, and she went to another great school in the Texas Hill Country. In terms of my various experiences as an international student in Texas, the majority were great, good, some were bad, and a few were just a little ugly. But in the end, every experience spurred personal and professional growth. Today, as somewhat of a hobby, I seek to inspire a new generation of students who wish to study overseas. Let's dive in. If you or a friend is interested in studying in America and you would like to explore opportunities in Texas, here are a few ways you can reduce costs and make money as an international student in Texas and America. Let's separate this list into 3 sections. First, there are 5 things that most international students can make happen. Let's call these the doable opportunities. Number 1, you can interview for an on-campus job. You can work 20 hours a week, or up to 20 hours a week. Second thing, you can work full-time on campus during school holidays, up to 40 hours a week. All getting paid. The minimum wage in Texas is $7.25, I believe, right now. But you can even get up to $8 and then get raises as you show your hard work. Number 3, you can apply for academic scholarships while studying. These obviously are contingent on your GPA, having a good grade point average, good grades. Number 4, you can take CLEP testing. This is a very sweet thing for reducing costs. I have a video on my YouTube channel about CLEP if you want to learn more about that. And number 5, you can do a 1 to 3 year optional practical training, or OPT, depending on your major. This is an amazing opportunity. I did this for 1 year when I was in Texas. And you work full-time during that time, 40 hours a week for 52 weeks a year. All right, the next section is maybe what we call rare opportunities, but they are out there. You can apply for a half or a full tuition scholarship at some colleges and universities during the admissions process. Again, this is very rare. Please do not count on this. The final section are 2 things that are possible but not available at every university. For example, number 1, you can take advantage of church matching at some universities. Both Misty's and my university offered this opportunity. This is where a church would send, say, $1,000 to for your school bill, and then the university will take another $1,000 off your school bill. Anyway, number 2, you can take advantage of transfer scholarships. This is normally possible if a university has an agreement with a college. I was able to take advantage of this as my university and my college had an agreement, and then for every credit hour, I believe back then it was $50 off for each credit hour for my transfer scholarship. In closing, I want you to consider another opportunity. This would be for high school graduates who are currently working outside of America. So you are in a full-time job, full-time commitment, maybe you even have a family, and you can't just pack your bags and go to America to study. So here's the option. Consider taking online courses from a Texas university. The experience of studying in Texas will almost always be better in person, but you could always take the first 1, 2, or 3 years online while still working in your home country. Then you could go over to Texas for the final year or 2 and graduate In ending, to close, my hope is that you leave today's podcast with a line of thinking, an idea, or a question to ponder or research that will impact your world of work and study. Make it a great day. Cheers. Here's a little info about this podcast. I've blogged since December 2006, and I've enjoyed learning from podcasts for a dozen years plus. The Waxing and Waning podcast combines these two worlds, my interest in blogging and podcasts. With each 3-minute to 5-minute podcast, my primary aim is to inspire current and future organizational leaders. Remember that my hope is that you leave each podcast with a line of thinking, an idea, or a question to ponder or research that will impact your world of work, and as we said today, in this one on Studying in Texas, your world of study. Here's to the journey. Bye.